Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever actually recorded and maybe produced, I don't know, depends on how lazy I am, edition of Pasture Perspective. Woo!
Woo.
We are recording this immediately after watching Season 4, Episode 3 of My Little Pony. What's the episode called? I already forgot. CastleMania. I am Scott. I am Sleverich. I have NickOnimura.
Yo.
And Pseudonym.
Hello.
Sadly, our good friend Fighting Dreamer could not make it today. It's
and neither
a shame.
could Flare Shard.
And neither could Flare Shard. Hopefully, we'll get them in future editions. We had the foresight to put together a little bullet point list so that this is not a complete train wreck, although it is turned into a very, very long list. We may skip over some points.
Mm-hmm.
Immediate reactions to the episode. Nick, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty funny. They usually don't really do an episode like this. It was very Scooby-Doo-ish.
Yeah.
Pseudo, what your one-shot thought?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
All right.
Where you shake and shiver. I couldn't even remember all the lyrics. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. I don't know them either. Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. It was a fun, lighthearted episode. It was fast-paced and funny. It was Scooby-Doo with ponies. Let's get to the bullet point list. Joke entry. Discuss the property rights of 1,000-year-old ponies. What rights to the castle do Celestia and Luna still hold? I was going to try the serious answer, but you can't fucking do it.
Like, Rarity is really concerned about making sure everyone knows that she's not stealing whatever thing she has.
I'm not looting. I'm not looting
this ancient castle that hasn't been used in 1,000 years.
Now, I think the first real entry was that I see in the list was I noticed Celestia. They made a point that Celestia narrated any part of the letter that Twilight wasn't on screen reading visibly. Yeah. I really like that they're starting to play up Celestia, like as a character, not as a force of nature.
Yeah.
And I think that along with her moment of weakness in Princess Twilight, her whole, the festival is actually sad for me speech.
Yeah.
I think they're doing some really cool things with Celestia, and I'm really intrigued with that.
Yeah, because they don't really do much with Celestia outside of the season premieres.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always thought that was a crime, not because, I'm some, huge Sunbutt fanboy, but because I think she has a lot of potential to be a legitimately cool character, along with Luna.
Yeah.
They haven't really demonstrated that they're going to be doing as much cool stuff with Luna, aside from the fact that she now has a place in the opening credits. That's all we've got pointing to that, as far as I've seen. Nick, you get to pick the next point. Let's cross that out. Can I do cross out in this? Strike through. Okay, found it. Okay. Check that one off. What do you want to talk about, Nick?
I guess since two of these points can be pretty much adding the same thing, I like to go with resuming the Applejack Rainbow Dash rivalry from Fall Weather Friends and callbacks in general.
Okay.
I thought it was a pretty nice way that they did that. This episode had a new writer, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
I honestly I don't notice. I don't check the writer, so I take every episode as it is, and I generally find myself enjoying it a lot more than some of the people who are like, I hate this writer, and I'm like,
I don't actually
So-
hate any of the writers.
no, I don't.
Yeah. Though I do notice, just because it says it at the beginning, which writer writes which episode. But I can't remember more than M.A. Larson wrote the one with Twilight freaking out about the Parasprites.
Thanks, M.A. Larson.
Oh yeah, and also Magical Mystery Cure.
The only thing I notice in terms of writing is only one of the writers, I forget which one it was, can write Zakora worth of shit.
Yeah, this episode had a new writer. It's Josh Haber.
I wish FD was here so that he could discuss what they've done, but we'll leave that for an exercise of his next episode.
This is his first episode, and I'd say that he's off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Let's use that as a segue into Pinky, because Pinky is a real challenge for new writers. I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're going to have to deal with it in recording. Pinky is a real challenge for new writers. What did you guys think of Pinky's writing in this one?
It was pretty top notch.
I agree with Pseudo. What did you think, Nick?
I'd agree as well.
Yeah. I thought the delivery. I know her name. I can't remember it right now. I should know this.
Andrea Libman?
Libman, thank you. I think Libman's delivery on both Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie was A+ in this episode. Yeah. The Pinky was written with the leap of logic concept of Pinky rather than the monkey cheese concept. And I thought it all flowed together really well. I thought it all meshed nicely. You guys have any thoughts? Anything to say on that?
I actually subtitled the episode so that Jerry Lee could watch it live.
Mm-hmm.
And during the speech, it winds up filling up the entire. The subtitle for her speech winds up filling up pretty much the entire screen. And then the next shot is just Applejack's face has this what expression on it. And it works really well.
I really enjoyed how the entire time she was talking, she didn't stop playing the organ. She was doodling around on the organ the entire scene. That was that scene was really well done. Speaking of Libman, I was very impressed with Fluttershy in this episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I liked how they've shown that she's progressed. She doesn't completely roll over when Rarity wants to do something. She has her own thoughts on situations now.
Yeah.
Nah, she doesn't, say, no, this is a dumb idea because Fluttershy still.
Because that's not what Fluttershy is like.
Right.
Yeah.
But she still gets annoyed, and visibly so. And I really liked that. I liked that, she showed some discernment and still Fluttershied out on it.
I honestly can't really remember acting like that since episode 3. I'm sure I'm missing. I'm sure I'm just forgetting.
She got kind of grump with Pinky in
Oh yeah,
Guild,
in
Griffin the push-off.
yeah, Griffin the brush off.
Push off, whatever.
Yeah. And that's like the last time I can remember having that sort of agency, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was definitely happy with Fluttershy's writing in this episode.
Yeah. Which we are just steamrolling through these points. We really need more people here to drag these discussions forward because we all agree on everything. It's whatever. I'll take it. Fluttershy and Rarity together. What do we think of the current state of that relationship?
I
They
really
didn't-
like. Go ahead.
I'm probably not remembering correctly, but they haven't really done anything with that since.
Green isn't your color.
Yeah, green
Yeah,
isn't your
that.
color. No, they really haven't, but I feel like you can tell the relationship has grown or evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the presence of the other friends, because green isn't your color kind of hinted that maybe the two of them have been friends independent of the main six group before Twilight arrived. There's nothing supporting or no hard facts saying that they weren't all friends with each other. They weren't a group before Twilight arrived, but
Because this isn't Equestria Girls.
right. But I feel like, there was a chain of friendship at some point, just never all at once until Twilight showed up. Someone or some pony had a friend with some pony else who the five of them didn't hang out together, but individually they'd hang out in various pairs.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling that between Green Isn't Your Color and CastleMania, with Fluttershy, going through her character arc, it started realizing that, she has a value in the friendship, even if that's... Well, actually, the Green Isn't Your Color lesson played into this, because Fluttershy did actually, kind of voice her thoughts on what was happening to Rarity.
Yeah.
Which was the whole point of Green Isn't Your Color, is that she was afraid to do that. Progression!
Actually, real quick, one recurring theme I've noticed throughout Season 4 is that it seems to be touching back on everything that happened in Season 1.
Mm-hmm. They're spending a lot of time in the castle, the old castle.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with that. It'll be interesting to see. Speaking of the old castle, we did continuity. Never mind. We already talked about that. I don't want to. I personally have an issue. My family hates talking to me because I only have like 5 stories at any point in time, and I forget who I told which story to. So whenever I meet up with someone who I've been in contact with, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, did I tell you this? Yes. This, yes." I'll go through all 5, and I've heard them all. And I'm like, I got nothing then. Just
Hey,
get
it's
drunk
better
then.
than me. I only have like 1 story.
I don't really talk much with my family at all because I don't really relate to anyone. But that's off topic.
Off topic. Pacing and editing. Let's do that. What do we think of the pace of the episode?
I
And
thought
how-
it was paced really well.
I thought it was fast. It was definitely a high-speed pace. It was, no downtime.
Wasn't that like one of the weak points of the show? It has to be really fast paced because it needs to fill up a 22-minute slot.
Well,
more like it
There-
only
there-
has a 22-minute slot.
there's two different versions of fast. There's fast and there's rushed.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like this was rushed. I don't feel like there were any points that were unintentionally missed.
Right.
I do feel like there were points that were intentionally skipped, and we'll get to those in a minute. But overall, I felt like it was it knew it had the end in mind the entire time.
Yeah.
That's one of the issues that people had with a lot of episodes is, oh shit, we've got 2 minutes. Especially in season 3 was really bad about shit, we've got 2 minutes.
Oh shit, we've got 2 minutes and 13 episodes.
Well, season 3 overall was, oh shit, we need to be ready to stop making My Little Pony in approximately 1 episode.
Yeah.
Which is the issue a lot of people had with Magical Mystery Cure, including myself. But I thought this was one of those episodes. Yeah, they had the entire pace in mind when they started pacing.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of leaving stuff out, I'm a master of these segues. I'm on top of it. I've got this. I think we saw a couple new Chekhov's gun situations going on with this episode.
The Pony of Shadows, the old castle,
The castle
various
itself as a
traps in
whole.
it.
Yeah.
The two big ones that got spotlit, but then nothing happened was the shadow, of course, which, using the term spotlight on a shadow, I'm going to have to rethink my analogy, but and the star spiders. They pointed the star spiders out not only with a camera pan to them, but then Fluttershy named them directly, and then nothing happened with them.
It could just be like a flavor thing.
It could be, but it
might be.
It felt really intentional. Flavor things aren't usually that intentional. They don't make you go, I wonder why. So I am really curious. They've been setting up a lot of stuff in the past 3 episodes already.
Right.
Between bringing the castle back, getting rid of the elements, adding the shadow and the star spiders, adding the tree, adding the mystery box. They've been, I think they have something cool in store for us.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see what that cool thing is. All right. Pseudo, your turn to pick topic if there's anything left.
Okay, let me look through this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know something that's gonna make a lot of people mad.
Oh yes.
They brought back Dear Princess Celestia. Only now
But people
it's Dear
were mad that
Princess Myself.
But people were mad that they were getting rid of that in the first place.
That's a people hate change situation. But people also hate stagnation. So you're going to get warp garbling no matter what.
Yeah.
You can't dodge it. Now, that said,
especially not with this fandom.
Right.
Yeah.
That said, I personally, kind of feel that Dear Diary doesn't have the same charm that DPC had. But on the same token, when DPC first started, we're all like, "Oh, this is the cheesiest fucking thing ever." And now at this point, 4 years into the 3-4 years into the fandom, we're we're just throwing out
We just
the
come to accept it.
well, and sometimes we even start throwing around DPC ourselves just because a little self-referential.
Mhm.
Hey, they're watching Barbie right now. The horse just played piano. It was awesome. So yeah, someone put in trolling the fan base, yay or nay. This is a topic for discussion. I saw Megan. What happened? Because I was reading Zyro TR1's Twitter, and Megan McCarthy posted AJ's hoof around or wishful thinking on Rainbow Dash's part. Wink face. And Equestria
I honestly
Daily.
think that at this point, trolling's not really a good idea because this fandom melts down over the littlest things every fucking time.
Well, but on the flip side, this fandom is largely irrelevant to the shows.
Yeah.
The show's primary financial goal. So, if they piss off all of the bronies and they go, "Fuck it, I'm out of here," in the meta content, then they're probably like, "We don't care." Personally, I feel like it's their show. If they want to have some fun with it without changing its flavor by doing the meta game, go right ahead. In the original Avatar Last Airbender run, Mike and Brian, the two developers, loved baiting the shippers. They would troll the hell out of the shippers. They'd spend entire Comic-Con panels hyping them up for, a Zutara ship, and then never deliver it. They just loved fucking with their fans. And you know what? It's their show. As long as they don't mess up the flavor of the actual art piece, they can do whatever they want outside the art that they feel like. They get to have fun with it outside the art. It's a split topic about, how much should they be allowed to, troll it from within the piece, or troll the fandom from within the content. Mike and Brian actually added Zutara content only partly to fuck with the fans, but it was also part of, a character development arc. So, it was more of a best of both worlds rather than, they're making it up entirely.
Half character development, half troll baiting.
Yep, you gotta love it. Honestly, I'm not seeing any actual troll baiting in the episode. Megan was just fucking around with a fan base. It's not like somebody wasn't going to write that anyway. It was guaranteed. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a dozen fanfics up already based on that one moment. because the episode
I'm pretty sure there was like 50 put up whenever it got leaked.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. And one of them has got to be a 200-page novel at this point already. It's like, who writes that fast about this?
You see, you can only write really fast about shitty things. Like, even when I'm making a fake little fan fiction, like the end of Equestria, where it's
that was glorious, dude.
Where it's My Little Pony versus Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
It took me like 15 minutes to write a half a paragraph. Well, like a full paragraph, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I personally feel that as long as they're not, it's kind of my same thoughts on pandering. As long as they're not changing the flavor of the show, I say go for it. Have some fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue until they start changing the flavor of the show.
Yeah.
There's another one in here that we started talking about in the chat room about the arguing with yourself trope between AJ and Dash.
Yeah.
And for those who have not, spent or ruined a week by accidentally logging into TV tropes, because that's a hell of a time killer. Arguing with yourself is a TV trope where a voice of VA plays both characters in an argument. And that very much happened in this episode. In fact, a lot of scenes were Ashley Ball arguing with herself. And it was kind of fun. We were discussing, what did that look like in the booth. From what I've heard, this is definitely something that we'd probably want FD here for, but he's not here. From what I've heard, most VAs in an arguing with yourself situation recorded a character at a time. So Ashley would have recorded all of Dash's lines and then recorded all of AJ's lines. Interestingly enough, when it's an arguing with yourself situation between Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, what's her face, who I forgot her name again.
Ashley Ball. Not Ball.
No.
Andrea Libman.
Yeah. Andrea Libman actually records those scenes unless there's an actual overlap in lines. We'll actually record them as they're played. She can live switch between characters on a dime, which is apparently, or from what I've heard in interviews, really weird. Very few VAs can do that. So, I have probably, FD and other, VA people and, Aramak and all of these people are probably listening to this recording right now. Please listen to our podcast, please. And going, no, Scott, you total idiot. You are so wrong. And for that, I apologize. If I am totally right, then, I am totally right. Anything else you guys are seeing in here that we want to talk about in the episode?
I noticed. Okay, first off, I just want to say that one scene where Twilight spreads out her wings and when she's in the books, like that one picture was really, really cute.
I missed it. I didn't see it. You and I are going to have a hell of a time adding new smileys from this episode, Pseudo.
Yeah.
I've got so many screen caps to take and cut down.
So many GIFs.
Probably not so many GIFs because those are really, really hard.
Yeah.
Mostly reaction shots. We have so much reaction shot material out of this.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part is actually going to be coming up with codes for them.
Yeah. Like, I have no clue. Like, I'm going to upload this picture to Imager real quick just because, like, it deserves to be seen.
So, yeah, there were so many great faces and great reaction shots. I've been noticing the art department has been really taking it over the top yet again with custom assets. I noticed it the first time in episode 1 when they showed Twilight folding her wings head on. And they didn't just do a state snap, they actually animated the entire transition, which they've never done before from a head on. And I was impressed, and we had a lot of new custom faces in this episode too. We got cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
Especially Fluttershy faces. Fluttershy had so many faces. I'm going to use a lot of those. One is probably going to be named after Flare, like God damn it, Flare. Because she just had so many great exasperated faces. Like, I'm waiting to get a copy of the HD episode.
Could you repeat that?
Of the HD copy.
Yeah.
We don't want to take pictures from low def copy. That's not good.
Yeah.
It's uploading. So there you go. I'll send you a link, Pseudo, when I get it.
Okay.
So,
speaking of links, here's a link to the
past.
To the adorable picture.
I was hoping for a link to the past. Oh God, that's an amazing. Yeah.
That's great.
Remind me to edit this picture into the podcast. Note to self: if I should probably, edit some video together for this. Otherwise, people are going to be like, "What picture?"
This place is perfect.
Yep. It's the new Oh God books.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nick, you got anything else you want to hit?
I don't think I really have anything else to add to this.
Pseudo, anything else?
Like in that one scene where Pinkie Pie's bouncing around, I really like the crash sound effect at the end.
Well, I'm pretty much out of discussion material.
Yeah.
And there's my phone. Bad Scott, phone's on during recording? Shame. Unprofessional. Oh, my Christmas present's shipped. Yay. Well then, I didn't take good enough notes to, have a geek out list personally, so I think this is a good note to wrap it up on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us ramble about the episode.
Hopefully we'll have more people around next time so we have more stuff to discuss.
And maybe a dissenting opinion for once.
Yes.
Maybe bring Tailspin in. That guy hates everything.
All
right. Have fun, guys.
See you next time.
See.